kids, my name is Miss Nancy, and we're here today with Grow with Miss Nancy, and I am so glad that you are here. If you were here last Sunday, you remember that we talked about this big riot that was there at the temple, and the Roman commanders and all the soldiers came and they took Paul away and they carried him to the religious leaders, but the Sadducees and the Pharisees just got into one big argument and they couldn't decide anything about Paul. So therefore the Roman commander took Paul back to prison and said, oh, this is not a safe place. Plus, he is a Roman citizen, and if he gets in trouble, I'm going to get in trouble if anything bad happens to him, and I don't want anything to happen to me. So he's kind of leery about what's going on. Well, you remember those guys that started the riot in the first place? They were still mad at Paul, and they still wanted to get rid of him, and they still wanted him dead. So they decided, okay, there was 40 of them. They got together and they said, we are not going to eat or drink anything till we kill Paul. Well, it turns out Paul's nephew heard them talking about that. And he said, whoa, I better let Paul know what's going on. So he went to the prison and told Paul. And Paul told that Roman commander. And the Roman commander got all worried because what those guys wanted was they wanted the Roman commander to take Paul again to that meeting with the Jewish leaders. And while they were transporting Paul there, they were going to jump Paul and kill him. That would have been bad, wouldn't it? Well, because they found out about it the night before, they were supposed to take Paul to the to the Jewish leaders again. That Roman commander said, we're not having any of this. And he got 470 soldiers with horses and everything, and they took Paul and they got him out of town. And they took him to where the governor was, Governor Felix, to let him know that, hey, these guys are going to try to kill this Roman citizen, and this could be a really bad situation. We don't want to do this. And so Paul was safe once again. When they got there, Felix, the governor, said, well, what happened? What's going on with him? What's such a big deal? Well, nobody could really tell him because really there was no really good reason. So he said, I don't know what to do. I'll tell you what, put him in prison. We'll deal with it later. Do you see how Paul's being protected by God? That all these bad things could have happened, but they didn't because God is protecting him? Now you might say, oh, if I was Paul, I would be saying, this is not so good. I mean, to be put in prison and then, oh my gosh, somebody's going to try to kill me and now you got all these soldiers and they're dragging me off to another place. Well, he didn't die, did he? He's being safe. And you know, Paul had been told by God, you are going to preach in Rome. So what does that mean? That means Paul knew. He trusted God. He knew things were going to work out just fine. So do you think he was worried? Not a bit. He knew exactly that God was going to take care of him. And you know what? That leads us to our big idea for today. And that is, open your eyes and see what God is doing in your life to guide and protect you, because he probably is. It's good to see you. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.